Welcome to Legends of the Ink. Well, I'm Dakota,
And I'm Jackie.
and today we are joined by a handful of guests. So you know them already. We have Mike and Jess with us from our casting episode. Hello, Mike and Jess.
Hi.
And then we have two newcomers to the podcast. We've got Brad from Rules of Villainy and Katie from the Lore Keepers Inn. Brad, Katie, hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm excited to be here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with our usual icebreaker questions. So the first one is Lorcana your first TCG, and how long have you been playing Lorcana?
You want to take it, Katie?
Brad,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, he said ladies first, and I'll do it. I won't. So is it my first CCG? Technically, it's the first one that I've really gotten into because I played Magic the Gathering with my husband and would feel very I was like, do I know how to read? Like I wasn't having fun. It was just not a fun time. And so we'd play it like over the past 10 years on and off. And then Lorcana's coming out. And I was like, oh, and so this was the first one that I was like, this is my game that I'm gonna make you play. And so finally, after like 7 sets, he's now in it too. And I still don't understand Magic. I tried to play it. I was like, well, now that I'm good at Lorcana, maybe I could do Magic. I'm like, why are there so many paragraphs? But that's a personal problem. It's nothing against the game. It's more due to my ability to read that many things.
Yeah, I feel that real hard.
Yeah, my goodness.
I feel the same way. But yeah, it is technically not, if you count me as a kid buying Pokemon cards, then no, it is not my first. But as far as playing and fully investing and collecting in, yes, it is. I've been in since the beginning of the game. I only got in it to collect, and then I went to a league one day at one of my favorite stores and found out that this is actually kind of fun. And then I invested a lot more heavily into it, and here we are a year later podcasting about it, right? And it's been a journey. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I love it. All right, next question. What is your favorite Disney movie?
Well, it's cliche, but it's still Lilo and Stitch. It's just like it's the perfect movie to me. It's got the melancholy. It's got, there's a prince. I would call David a prince. It's got all of it. And I'm a huge Stitch head. That's what we call ourselves. So yeah, that's just unfortunately it's cliche now because now it's like everybody loves Stitch. I'm like, okay, I've liked Stitch since he came out. So first off, I liked it before it was cool. But yeah. That's unfortunately. I feel bad saying like I'm so sorry. That's my favorite, but I feel like everyone has a cool answer, but that one's not cool.
I think it's cool.
Thanks. Okay, actually, never mind. I don't feel bad anymore. Brad, what's yours?
I tell people it's the Lion King. And it arguably is. I love Scar. I think that's going to be one of the questions. But like the Lion King, I absolutely love. But I think the real answer, like the secret answer that the people who know me know, it's Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you can't go wrong.
I like it.
Yeah,
can't go wrong there. Yeah. What is your favorite Disney character?
Well, I just answered it. So, how about you, Katie?
I know. I feel like I just like Lilo and Stitch. It's not either. No, it's Stitch. And once again, very cliche, but he's so cute. So what can you do? I do have a little anecdote that one time I had a job interview with Disney for like an internship, and they said, if you were a Disney character, who would you be and why? And I was like, don't say Stitch, don't say Stitch. And then I said the second worst thing, which was Mickey Mouse, which I thought was a cop out. I don't think you can say I'm Mickey Mouse because I'm not. Quite honestly, that's quite a lofty thing to be. But yeah, unfortunately, he is Stitch. But I don't think I am like him very much. I don't think.
Ambitions there for Mickey Mouse, though.
That was right. I mean, they were like, whoa. And I'm like, honestly, I wish I didn't say that. But I really have to stick the landing on this and explain how I myself am much like Mickey Mouse. And that was really quite hard. Didn't get the job. So that's the end of that story. It turns out maybe that's like a disqualifying. If you say you're like Mickey Mouse, they're like, well, that can't be true. No one's Mickey Mouse is Mickey Mouse.
Not too into it. Yep. Definitely. All right. And the final question is, what character do you think should be a Lorcana card that currently is not a Lorcana card?
Well, this is topical because in the last set, you might have noticed that the expedition crew to Atlantis, nearly all of them have a card. In fact, Helga and Lyle, they're ranking up multiple cards, and yet, Vinny does not have a card. He is the explosions expert. My goodness, the synergy with Red, amazing. And yet they won't let him in. I will say they also don't have the lady who does like the telephone calls, but I don't really get. She's on an expedition. She's just like staff. She's admin, I would say, on the expedition. But they're the only two that for some reason they're like, Even King Kashikum is in there. So anyway, It's kind of like it almost feels personal to him at this point.
And yeah, my answer, if you know me at all, I've been shouting it from the rooftops for the last several weeks. Jock, the Scottish Terrier from Lady and the Tramp. I have a Scottish Terrier here at home. Love the dog. He just had his 5th birthday, so shout out to him, Winston. But yeah, I thought with this pet theme set, we got all these Lady and the Tramp cards. We got Trusty. We got everybody. Except Jock. He's on 2 of the cards, which is great. I made sure to get foils of both of them and put them aside. But Jock doesn't have his own, and I am going to throw a fit about it until he does. So prepare.
I think that's how you bring change, right? It's just being upset on the internet. And I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Exactly.
I'm glad he at least made it in the background of a few cards. That's at least something. Mine is Powerline. I wish we had Powerline, but
yeah,
I'm sure he'll be in eventually. But the amount of enjoyment that I had when they released the art for that Lady Shift card at the NACCs was like, okay, he's back there. It's coming. And then to get to the last day of reveals and him not have his own card was so like, are you kidding me?
A roller coaster.
Yeah, man. But one day.
All right. So on today's episode, I challenged everyone here to get their top 5 bands and top 5 songs off of Disney Lorcana cards. And these have to be strings of words that you can find on the cards themselves. So we're going to run through everybody's top 10 songs first, and then we'll hop over to the top 5 band names. As we go through, we'll name the song from the string of words that we picked, and then as well as the card to go with it, and any anecdotal notes that you have as we go through. And at the end, we'll kind of judge each other's lists. We'll also be posting this to our Instagram afterwards so that people can vote on who had the best list. Are we ready to get started?
Now there's a competitive element. I didn't know about that part. So now I'm like, man, okay. So now you're going to bring out the worst of me. But no, I'm very excited.
Everything's competitive with him. It's okay. It's always.
Yeah, I was like, wait, someone's going to win this?
All right. So we're going to start with songs. So I ranked mine in order from the one that I like the most to the one that I like the least that I came up with. So we're going to go 10 first. And I'm going to go in the order that you guys are on the screen. Okay. We can start with bands. Yes.
Mine doesn't make sense if we don't do.
We'll start with bands first then. So we'll start with the top 5 bands, starting with number 5. Everybody will give their number 5, and then we'll go down to 4. I'm going to go in the order that people are on my screen. So, Jackie, you are first.
All right. So, my first band, and I didn't really order them, but I guess I'll order them as I go. It's going to be classic rock, standard, garage band. And they are Rock of Virtue.
Rock of Virtue. What card is it from?
So that is a great question. I did not get there yet. One moment, I almost have it up. That was the one thing I forgot to do.
It's okay. I don't have to ask everybody.
All right. So Rock of Virtue comes from set 5, card 165, Medal of Heroes as an item. And then, so the little flavor text says, you have etched in the Rock of Virtue a legacy beyond compare. So, Rock of Virtue.
I like it. All right, I am next on this list. So, my number 5 band name is going to be an alternative rock band. It is Pint Sized Hero. It is from the Fix It Felix Jr. card. I love the pun of the name. I think it's going to be great. It just feels very alternative to me. And yeah, it's set 7, card 22. So
sounds like
the
a
next
band
person
would
Sing a similar version of Diggy Diggy Hole.
Right. Next, we have Brad.
All right. I just quickly ranked them here and took a few out because I had some extras. I think my number 5 is going to be kind of it's got kind of a My Chemical Romance feel to it. At least you'll see very much why as soon as I say it. Chemical Genius was
Ooh.
was mine. It's from the set 6 Honey, or actually I think it's set 7 Honey Lemon. Chemistry Whiz. Yeah, she's from the newest set, just came out. And it's just her subtitle on the card. Or no, that's not the right card, actually. Chemical Genius, I saw somewhere. I've already messed up your show. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. We can find it.
It is from the set 6 Honey Lemon, not the new one. But yeah, it's her subtitle.
Let's definitely give the My Chemical Romance feel to it.
Yeah. You'll find a theme with all of mine. I think most of them are I kind of associated in my head with a band that already kind of exists. But yeah.
I may have went that route as well.
Yeah.
I tried to go as off the wall as possible. Jess, you are next.
Let's go. Okay, so my number 5 is a little unconventional. This one gives me like boho vibes, like people in this band travel to exotic locations and they make nature inspired, like relaxing sounds, like that type of music. The band is called Melody Weaver.
Ooh.
This is from set 4, Cinderella, card number 4.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
A little different.
A little bit soothing. I can see it. I can see it now.
Yeah. It gave very like relaxing vibes.
Mike, you are next, since you guys are on the same screen here.
Okay, I've got that. That makes sense. I did not put nearly this much effort into this as my wife did, so I'm in for a shock here. I don't know how I lead up to what you just said.
This is your band name.
I know, but like, how do I add to that? I didn't know I was supposed to have notes in a presentation. Like you came out with a full-fledged presentation. All right. My band name would be Accomplished Mystic, which I have picked because I guess my number 5 would be Accomplished Mystic, which I picked because I'm obsessed with using that bell card that's called the Accomplished Mystic throughout all of set 5 and 6.
Such a great card.
I don't have anything else beyond that.
If Mike tied all of this to all the cards in his Amethyst Steel deck, because that would be hilarious.
Talk about
He's been
These are all my
so on
favorite
top
love
of this.
songs. Yeah. It's like they're a romantic song about my favorite deck.
I was on that deck before it was cool.
And last but not least, Kitty.
All right. So, I'm going to go I'm going to echo because I was also thinking, 2000s emo. And I went with, him, you love him. He's the tragic hero. So just tragic hero. I think that one just because he's already called Emo Beast. So I think my brain it was poison pilled a little bit that he's been called Emo Beast. To the point that one time I did a trade someone's like, oh, we're doing a trade. And it's for, what did you call him? Like the sad man? And I was like, no, Emo Beast. Anyway, yes. So not everybody knows emo, but I feel like Tragic Hero would be a great emo band.
I like it.
I agree with
100%.
that. I saw some faces, so I feel like that was either a song or a band from other people as well. Let's do a snake style. Sorry.
No, I have a rules question now. So if that was just claimed, does that mean we can't use it as a song?
We can still use it, but I think the viewers will definitely mark some stuff down as points here.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
They could vote whether it would be a better band name or a better song name.
True. So let's do the snake draft style. So Katie, you go again on your number 4.
Okay, so the next one is, we're going emo here still, but more like we're thinking alternative, that we're thinking more Death Cab, and we're transitioning into Arcade Owner. Arcade Owner does it sound like Arcade Fire? Yeah, it does. But I just feel like Mr. Litwack working in a vintage wood paneled arcade. That's from set 6, card 24. I like it. I like the vibes. It's maybe I'm stuck in that era. Maybe we're gonna find that out together today.
We're going to find that out, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Wonderful. Mike, what amethyst or steel card do you have now?
First off, this isn't for my Amethyst Steel deck, so you stop throwing your insults at shade, sir. I went with Stout Hearted because it sounds like a good band name, to be honest, but also that Cinderella card, it's from set 2, it's number 177, is very surprising sometimes when people still play it for some reason and you're not ready for it.
Yep.
It's very metal vibes.
Gives very
Definitely
why
metal.
are my muses dying immediately vibes.
Someone's still salty. Yes, you're next.
All right. My number 4, again, going a little bit of a different route here. This band I envision it as a men's a cappella group that creates songs that are just straight fire, memey, like mocking songs. And the band's name is called Baritone Bully. And
Ooh.
this is from Gaston in set 2, card number 8. And I just felt like
it.
that would be very funny. So, you have like the shade that's thrown back and forth in like some modern songs and stuff. I feel like it would be that, but just like comical a cappella.
Yeah. Great flavor text on that card too.
Yeah.
No one sings like Gaston.
Exactly. It just seemed very fitting all the way around.
Yes, Don would be the lead of that band.
For sure.
Brad, moving over to you.
All right, I'm keeping with the theme me and Katie got going here. Kind of an alt rock emo band, similar to Something Corporate. I have Something Dubious from the set 1 Duke of Wesselton card, number 73. He has a flavor text that says, "Sorcery. I knew there was something dubious going on here."
Like it.
Yeah.
I have this feeling that we all have this little bit of alternative rock style theme, except for Jess.
I started to go down that route, and then I was like, I really feel like a lot of us are going to go the same way. It was so hard not to. There's so many good songs for that.
Welcome to millennial life.
My next one, slightly less alternative, but it's a rock country band. We call it E-Alternative. It is going to be Rambling Rooster from the Hey Hey card in set 7, number 185.
Yes.
I just feel like it gives off the, kind of twangy rock style.
I almost picked that same one.
That's great. That's solid. I can't even be mad.
Yeah, I was not thinking country when I was going through this at all.
Tisk tisk. Jackie,
My
your
bad.
third and your fourth.
Okay, so 4th, we got some yacht rock, easy listening, just like chill vibes, So with that, we have Funky Spelunker. So that's the Minnie Mouse Funky Spelunker. Was it set 3? Yeah, a little.
Jackie.
I don't know. I don't know what a spelunker is, but I feel like it's like water
Cave
related.
diver.
Yacht rock.
It's a cave diver.
Close enough.
Or cave people or splunkers.
That makes sense with the, what the card is,
Yeah.
but
Mostly I just really like saying that word because my parents are like, I loved words that
Right?
sounded like you shouldn't say them. And I was like, splunker. Love it.
Do they like digging holes?
Oh, goodness. I have beef with that deck name.
And then for number 3, we're going like heavy metal hardcore with Dragon Slayer, which is oh no,
Jackie, I feel like we
Um,
might as well have just done this homework together.
Oh,
so that's our principal Dragon Slayer from was it set 1? So yeah. Sorry, Jess.
Glad that we all kind of came up with like similar things. This one might throw things off. My number 3, I'm thinking very Shakira kind of vibes here. I'm going to go with Peppa from the Peppa Madrigal from set 737. It just feels very Shakira-y to me as a band
like
name.
Just
I
Peppa.
can only
Feels good
think
to
of like
say.
Just
Peppa
Peppa.
Pig.
Just Peppa.
Pig. All right. I mean, that is a band too. I mean, she probably makes more money than all these artists.
True.
Probably.
True. Brad, over to you.
My number 3 is I don't know what band this is. Maybe an 80s rock band. I went with a Luisa Madrigal card from set 5 with the caption "Entertaining Muscle."
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just thought it was a funny combination of words that when applied to a band name that would, that's it.
I'm here for all the funny names.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. This one is going to need a little contextual background here.
Oh boy.
Has anybody seen a video of this guy? He's in like a shiny metallic silver looking like spacesuit thing, and he's singing, and it's the. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
oh my god.
The people that
Sure.
are just listening and can't see you moving your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing jazz hands if that helps somebody else at home.
I'm gonna drop this link down here in the chat so you know exactly.
Okay.
Prepared for this.
I did because I knew it was a very
Great.
niche thing.
How is this a niche thing? It's
People
like
may not know.
it's like meme template 101.
It is. It's very funny. Look, I took this seriously. Okay.
I've seen this. Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm curious who you're associating that with.
Write a photo or something to Instagram so everybody listening can see this as well.
Oh, okay.
Picture that as a band named Galactic Hero.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That makes sense.
That's like more of a Buzz Lightyear thing.
No, Galactic Hero is actually Lilo from set 1. Yeah,
Oh.
card
Interesting.
184.
Yeah.
You know, they should that keeps him from being able to put Buzz Lightyear in because he could have been Galactic Hero.
Well, we're getting those in the future.
I know.
Hopefully. Soon.
He's out set 1 by
That's
then.
going to burn my wallet.
But that was
Mike, you are up.
All right. I have one that hasn't been taken yet, except it's also on the emo train. So it's Beyond All Reason.
Ooh.
It's Yzma from set 2.
I could see that. I could see that as a band.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
It
a good
actually
one.
sounded like it would be a good band name, so I went with it.
It flows like a lot of the early 2000s bands.
Right. I was thinking the same thing.
My Chemical Romance. Like I could start throwing them out, like throwing so many
Like
options out.
Paramore.
Yeah, not Paramore, but yeah.
JD, your 3 and your 2.
Oh, I thought I was like, who's JD? I was like, who's this mysterious person? And then I was like, maybe I don't know everyone's names that much. I mean, you got a secret name on yours, JD. Anyway, I'm here. I was just waiting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we are moving on to. We had a lot of alliteration here, and I quite like Pure Paragon. Once again, it's I mean, it's we know what I'm doing here, so it's not surprising. But I think. How fun could that be?
Yeah.
And then the second one is Sour Bill. I just like the term Sour Bill. And I think Sour Bill, he's a folk artist. Old Sour Bill with his banjo. And he doesn't play emo or anything related to millennial culture. He is just playing folk songs as Sour Bill.
I like it.
Or millennial culture.
That's pretty good.
Like we're all being attacked by those words right there.
Well, it's when the people say like millennial and then they're like in parentheses derogatory. And you're like, aw. So this is millennial positive. You didn't kill any industries. You're doing great.
Back to Mike.
Your number 2.
Oh, yeah. My number 2 is another kind of rock-ish inspired thing, was Regal Monarch.
Okay.
Which is the Queen of set 2 also.
Okay.
Actually, like 3 of my picks so far have been set 2 cards.
There were some good ones.
Yeah.
I like it kind of going like the Clash, Beatles, Regal Monarch.
Yeah, kind of in
band
that realm.
names.
Like the Who area
The Who,
of rock. Yeah.
Nice. Jess.
Okay. My number 2, shifting gears yet again. We're kicking it back bluegrass style. This band name is Riff Raff.
Riff Raff.
And when you hear Riff Raff, one might think, oh, this is an Aladdin card. No. This is both Flotsam and Jetsam. 2 different cards from set 3. Number 72 and number 76.
Nice.
I feel like Riff Raff could have gone into a couple different genres of music here.
Mm-hmm.
I like bluegrass for it.
I like bluegrass for it.
Yeah.
Brad, over to you. You're number 2.
My number 2 is one of my favorite, since set 2, one of my favorite subtitles in the game, card names, whatever you want to call it. It is, for the 3rd time on this list, another Gaston card. This is Intellectual Powerhouse.
Ooh.
Are you sure Gaston's not your favorite character?
Well, all 3 weren't mine. But...
Yeah, that's true. It was a group effort.
Yes.
Gaston, no one makes a band name like Gaston.
No, I thought that one sounded pretty cool. I think I would listen to. I'd give Intellectual Powerhouse a spin, see what they're all about.
There goes back up number 3 on my list.
I can just picture a band named Intellectual Powerhouse just being like rock band with like mathematic equations and stuff. E equals MC squared. Blah, blah, blah.
More of like the Schoolhouse Rock vibes.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I was getting Big Bang
Giving
Theory
mathematical
vibes with that
equations.
one.
That's very much like a Jack Black band, right? Like like Tenacious D, like
Mhm.
Intellectual Powerhouse.
There we go. I like it.
My number 2 is going to be EDM, DJ. It's going to be Space Pirate. It is off the Pete card in set 7, 114. I'm also just now realizing that all of my bands are from set 7.
It's a good set, It's a good one. Might
Yeah.
have seen it recently.
Good string
A
of
lot of
words.
it.
Have you just been opening boxes recently of set 7? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Just as addicted
Yes.
as we are to cracking packs?
Pulled an Enchanted last night.
Congrats.
That's really exciting.
Another one.
Bro, you just pulled Bell at Seal too. That's just uncool.
I'm
What'd you
proud
get?
of you.
Thank you. Only one Tamatoa, though.
Only one Tamatoa. Oh,
And he is
What's
worth
your-
more than some enchanteds currently. So most enchanted. Well, a lot, like at least 25%. So
Which
Pretty
enchanted
bad.
yeah. What'd you get?
Show Us More and then the bell.
Oh, I got Show Me More last night too at my
Really?
sealed event.
I feel like
Nice.
everyone's getting Show Me More. This is now 5 people I know that've gotten Show Me More.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's only $80.
Yeah.
Well, actually, someone at our local shop pulled the Enchanted Tamatoa out of a starter deck yesterday.
Oh,
5 minutes before we got there to buy our starter decks.
Cry.
Oh no.
yeah. How do you feel about that?
I don't want to talk about it because I have 2 Tamatoas right now.
Becky, your 2 and your 1.
All right, so my number 2 is my emo band. And big surprise, it's off of a Chernabog card.
Ooh.
And our band name is Darkness Calls. So it's Chernabog Evildoer, set 3, card 3. No, set 3. Yeah, card 3.
Back when it was alphabetical. I'll never forget.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Oh, they've
Yep.
stopped. Every
First
time I
4
sort
sets.
cards.
No, first 3 sets. No, maybe it's first 4.
Four.
They,
I
yeah,
think 4,
first 4
yeah.
sets are all alphabetical, and then they went crazy and set 5 on, and I have to keep
Yeah.
my binders numerical still, just from the
Yes,
out of
I
habit.
know.
But then
It's-
looking for cards is a lot harder to do now.
I'm just crying
Where
silently.
do you put your Stitch? The 626.
Where he belongs.
Where he belongs, in Amber.
Yeah. You just like
Yeah.
people who don't put it where he belongs. I'm like, what are you doing? He's 26. 26 goes between the
And
number 25 and 27.
To this
No,
day,
no,
when I
no.
look in my binder now and I notice that one of the green cards is missing, I'm like, oh yeah, Stitch is hanging out over a couple pages ago.
Yeah.
I put Stitch first of our green cards because ours all
Okay.
go into a box, not a binder. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
we separate by color and number.
right,
Your
so-
number 1.
My number 1 band name. So I was thinking like Pussycat Doll kind of vibes, like edgy girl band, whatever. Called Hottest Couture. So, and that's off of the Wardrobe Belle's Confidant. So it's just part of her flavor text. So thought that was a good one. Get a little sass in there.
I looked at that one too. I thought about something like that because both that one and a Cruella has something similar too from set 2, and
Ooh.
end up passing on it. But yeah, that's a good one.
My number 1 is going to be a metal band, and it is just going to be Vanish.
Oh,
I took it off of the giant Cobra card. You could take it off of many cards in this set, but set 757. I thought it was cool to kind of use a keyword instead
Sure.
of just, So that is
Cobra
my number 1.
That
Brad.
Cobra is the 3rd best card of set 7.
oh, really? I
The
do like
first
that
is
card.
Bell,
Yeah.
the common Bell that is justification for why we need Lightning Bolt in Lorcana.
My number 1 is Ward. No, I'm just kidding. No, I decided to go with a flavor text from LeFou from set 1. Good Toady is my number 1. His flavor text says, "You need a good toady to be a proper bad guy," and I thought Good Toady was just really funny. So that is what I chose.
like it.
Yeah. I don't. I guess it's some kind of. I thought of the Toadies, of course, but it'd probably be like some alt rock band would probably use that name.
Yeah, that fits. That fits really well.
Yep.
Janice.
Okay, for my number 1, we are kicking it back to some early 2000s Disney days. Does everybody recall the movie Xenon?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we all remember Protozoa,
Obviously.
and we know Xenon, and we know Nebula, and they loved Protozoa. So picture it, okay? We're envisioning here. We're really going for this here. Picture this. You live on a space station, up in space, and this newly popular band called Space Goo is coming to perform for
Space
you.
I feel like Galactic Hero was better for this one.
What's funny is before I edited my list down to 5, I had his flavor text on there. I don't have it in front of me now. It's like bumbling. Let me pull it up really quickly. But yeah, that was going to be one of my band names. Was Blob of Mischief. It was going to be like some kind of screamo, band. But yeah, I love that card so much.
Yeah, I chose Space Goo, and I go back and forth if it would be rock band or if it would be like EDM style.
Mm.
I kind of lean more EDM style. feel like some space EDM
Poppy.
from
Yeah.
Space Goo would be fun. I'd party with that.
Mike, your number one.
So my number one was going to be Dragon Slayer, but it's been claimed, so I have a backup that I now realize is better. So growing up, I loved listening to Metallica because of Enter Sandman and For Whom the Bell Tolls, etc. So I thought a really good rock band name would be Deceiver of All.
Ooh, yeah.
Set the double singer Ursula from set 3. That
Nice one.
feels proper.
Yep.
That one definitely fits really well.
Yeah.
Beats the heck out of Good Toady.
You just have to, good band names, you have to sit with it for a bit.
Yeah.
Katie, your number one.
Not JD, it's Katie. I'm ready this time. So this is when I started getting a little funky because I was having a little fun before I knew the rules. I was like coming up with stuff. But so this is one that is left over from my funky list, and that is Pop Poppers. So that's PAWP space PAWPERS. And they are a ska band, and they're the Pop Poppers, and we got the tuba, we got all the all the things that ska has. The Pop Poppers are popping, and that's my number 5. Number 1.
Love it.
Number 5, number 1. It depends, which direction you're going, but it's my favorite one.
Pop Poppers.
Very good. All right, let's get into some of these song names. So we have our top 10 song names now. I know Jackie actually mapped hers to the bands that she just named.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is
She's
above and
outclassing
beyond
us.
because
Wow.
I did not do that either.
I had a hard enough time just picking song names.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm already impressed.
I had a hard enough time getting off at set 7.
Yeah.
Which also I did not do very well in this set. So, but we are going to go through our top 10. So I think we should do 2 at a time as we go through this. We will
Sure.
start with Jackie again. Back from the top.
Okay.
So your
So
10 and your 9.
well, okay, so these aren't like ranked at all. So I'm just going to go through like my bands. I made like a set list for all of them, but I'm trying to keep it to 2 for each. So we're going to start with my Dragon Slayer metal band. Their first song is Diplomacy Has Failed Us. So, and that's off of We've Got Company. It's a Lyle card from set 7. That's all we're doing. So Diplomacy Has Failed Us. And then our second song on their album is Out of the Shadows. So, and that's a Bruno card from set 4.
They're both really good.
Out of the Shadows was one of the ones that I reached out to my team today too. I was like, hey, I'm doing this really cool thing tonight, and they're going to be mad at me when I didn't use any of them. But they listed, Andy listed that Bruno card and said, hey, this one's pretty cool. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But I already got everything I need, I think. So,
Well, so
Sorry,
speaking of
Andy.
that, Rules of Villainy was going to be one of my band names. I was like, this is such a cool name.
you should have.
It's a great name for a group of
Like,
people
man, that's already.
making some content together. I mean,
Well, got to
deny
scratch that.
Thank you, Katie.
Yeah.
Can we get a free room at the Lore Keepers Inn, please?
I mean, the staff here is bad. I will be honest. We don't get good reviews here.
All right, my 10 and my 9. My 10 is going to be a country song. It is going to be Old Reliable. It is the trusty card from set 7, number 6. And then my 9, I was thinking kind of 70s disco, and it's Groove Disruptor. It's Rudy from set 5, 174. So those are my first 2 songs.
Okay. My first 2, assuming it's coming to me next. Are we saying in the same
Yep.
order? All right.
Same order.
My first 2 here I have written down are from the Augustin Madrigal card in, I believe, Shimmering Skies. I don't have it in front of me. Augustin. Yeah, set 4. No, it's Ursula's Return. It is Falling for Julieta. I picture that as like a Maroon 5 train song, something like that, a pop ballad kind of thing. And number 9 would be Born to Be a Star, which is I believe the subtitle on the new PEG card from set 7, A Natural Performer. And I pictured that as like a Lady Gaga pop star, female pop star, born to be a star. Star is Born was kind of on my mind when I saw that too, the movie, the remake. So, yeah, those are my first 2.
To it. I had that one on my list.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on mine too.
I feel like that's kind of a layup, isn't it? Like if a lot of us would probably have that on there. But I got to it first.
I've got some honorable mentions I'll throw in instead.
Yeah, everybody needs to look at their list and be like, which one's my coolest ones? And get those out now. That I
Yeah.
think the real
Right,
strategy
apparently.
now. This is now a competitive game and it requires prioritization.
Sequencing is
Yes.
important.
Yes, sequencing. Exactly.
Are we just throwing all of them into the bag? Is that what's going on here?
Yes.
Just remember to trigger broom properly, everyone.
Yes.
Yes, you're 10 and you're 9.
Okay. My number 10. I feel like I could have maybe come up with something better. It wasn't my absolute favorite, but I went with Drum Major. This is from Minnie Mouse in set 5, card number 15. To me, so I was a band kid growing up, still a band kid at heart, and I feel like the song named Drum Major would just be very like percussion heavy, like super cool, like band music, like marching band music. So I went with that one. But my number 9, I bet nobody else has. I hope, anyways. Number 9, I went with what I think would be a silly kid song called Admiral Underpants.
Whoa.
That's great.
What card
What
is
is that
on?
from? Yeah.
That is from Wreck-It Ralph
Yep.
from set 5, number 21.
Ah,
I only knew because it was my spice card in my Mufasa deck last set.
The spice
Love
of
that
the
card.
Admiral Underpants.
Wait, which color Fasa were you running? I'm curious.
Red Ruby Fasa.
Red Fasa. Ooh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is spicy for that. That's cool.
Yep. There's so many princesses in there. He almost always triggers. But what I found out, because I had a mirror match, and sorry to get on a tangent here, was that I only played this card to get a princess back from my discard and get that 2 lore that he gets. And then I realized when I saw somebody else do it, oh, you can get any card back from that. It doesn't have to be a princess if you don't need the lore. You can get your Tremaines or whatever kind of control card you need. And I'm like, that just like brain fart moment, like, whoa, I didn't know that this whole time.
And in that moment, he found out he could get Big Sisu back.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mike, your turn.
All right, so like we said, we have to prioritize these, so I'm going to jump around a little bit. My number 10 would be Power Hungry, because it goes with Deceiver of All, because Ursula is power hungry.
Like it.
And then my number 9 would be Eye of the Storm,
Ooh.
which is from Ursula's Lair, also from set 4.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Feels very Eye of the Tiger-ish.
Oh, Brad, my theme is I do not let my opponents have fun.
Yeah.
Smart.
80.
All right. Okay. I have to wait to be called on. I'm a proper student here. So we're gonna start with this one. We're edging on parody territory here, and that's okay because it is Garden Chameleon. That is Pascal. He is Garden Chameleon, and he is a 80s pop song for no reason. And yeah, so that's one. And then we have All Funned Out. All Funned Out is going to be like a Billy Joel style song where, he's like, we're all funned out. So that you're going to get a little bit of unsolicited singing, unfortunately. Not much, but just a little bit, because I need you to really get the vibe, I think, to nail this.
The
Thank you for
Garden
that.
Chameleon was fantastic.
Thank you.
And then you stole my All Find Out.
Well, what was yours? I mean, I think that's the real competition. Is I'm going Billy Joel piano ballad. What is your all fund out? I think is a real test.
Oh,
You
I
have
don't
to have a
know.
theme, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You definitely got me on both there. I
Dang
don't.
it.
Yeah, I just have it written down. I'm kind of making up the theme as I go.
You're
There's a
like,
couple
okay,
of
improv.
yeah, there's a
Always say
couple of
yes.
them here that like my next two I have narrowed down to specific artists, but yeah, you win on that one.
All right.
Do you want to snake the songs as well, or you want to start
I
back
can
over
do
with
it.
Jackie again? All
All
right,
right. Would
go
you want
for
to
it.
snake? Okay.
Yeah.
While we're here, we got this is kind of, we're thinking like a power, like pop feminine anthem, and that's Nothing to Hide. Nothing to hide. She's feeling herself. She's, we're listening to the song before we go to the club. That's what that song is. And then we have a metal song, and that is Creatures of Evil, and that is Chernobog's Followers. I didn't say nothing to hide is from Nothing's to Hide, but Creatures of Evil is the subtype of Chernobog's Followers, and I would like to hear that song.
Got nervous there for a second. Thought you were almost taking one of mine.
Oh yeah, you're like, no, stop.
No.
You mute me. I was like, oh, he muted me.
Decided I don't want to snake anymore. Go back to Jackie.
You're right.
I might be taking one of yours. We'll see.
She took one of mine though, so it's okay.
It was on purpose. I don't know if you saw me earlier, but no, I was doing some sleuthing.
Mike, back to you.
All right. So for number, where we went, 8, for number 8, I'm going to pick the Regal Monarchs will sing this, Wish Fulfilled,
Oh,
which is Genie from set 6.
Yep.
And not just any
I like
genie,
that.
the genie that was the bane of everyone's existence for a month because they did not know how to do it. But it's also the genie that made Diablo disappear. So I'll be happy about that. And
I always thought R&B banned him just by sheer will. He was like,
he can do that. Yeah,
he did. He
Yeah.
intimidated the entire beta and to be like, I'm not going to do it. I'm scared.
force of will just not allowed.
What still
Yeah.
baffles me to this day is that Genie did take the meta by storm, and then Ed went to the Nationals and won without him. It just like, well, we're gonna get the Genie out of here and win anyway, right?
He looked
I don't
at
wanna
his
play with
Inkable
you.
Castle better.
Yep.
Yeah, the ink will get you.
And then I guess this is going to be interesting. So I guess I'll go back to the Deceiver of All, and they're also going to be singing Out of the Shadows, which is Bruno Madrigal from set 4.
I do like that.
I like that we're now mapping our songs to our bands.
Yeah, now
I
he's
cannot
making me
handle
want to do
pass.
that.
Yeah, I cannot handle that. I will be.
You
I can sing or that. That's one or two.
I will not be mapping either, but I appreciate the improv here, Mike.
You gave me the idea. You said Jackie was doing it, so I'm going to do it.
I like it. Keep doing it.
For my number 8, I am going with Battle Tested. This is from Calhoun in set 7, card number 36. And if we're gonna map it to bands, that I'm going to say that good old Riff Raff is gonna sing this, and it's gonna have very much like a patriotic, like very like veteran oriented, just yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
So it's a July song.
Yes, exactly. And then my number 7, I'm going the opposite direction. And I don't know who would sing this one, honestly. But this is going to be very like New York City, glamorous, thinking like maybe Broadway or a red carpet or something. This song is called Miss Park Avenue.
Ah, Lady.
And this is from Lady in set 7, card number 28.
Very good.
That's an interesting one. I didn't even
Park
think that.
Avenue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Right. So my turn.
Yep. 8 and 7.
All right. 8 and 7. I have No Such Thing as Bad Taste. That is from Ed, the hysterical party goer hyena from a few sets ago, set 5. I liken that to like a John Mayer. No such thing as a John Mayer song, but it's really easy to associate those. But yeah, I feel like that's like a John Mayer, like bluesy guitar kind of song. And the next one is He's All Yours, which is a flavor text from Pegasus, Gift for Hercules from set 4. And I picture that being like some guy screwed up, and this lady singer is I'm imagining like Brandy from back in the 90s, like saying, like, you can have him. Like, he's all yours. I'm done with this guy. So
It's a good one.
Backstories on those.
Yep. How about you?
My number 8 is Thunderbolt. This is going to be a rock song. I saw Thunderstruck, and I was like, Thunderbolt is a song. It's a bad one, but it's a song. It's the Weird Al Yankovic parody of Thunderstruck. my 7 was going to be Born to Be a Star, but I'm changing that, and it's going to now be a metal song. It is going to be Resist.
Oh,
Going back to the keywords.
back to the keywords.
And that
Wait.
is from a
I
lot of
have
cards
to-
and a lot of sets.
I have to know, Dakota, have you seen Thunderstruck, the cover done by two cellos?
Maybe. I'll look it up after.
You should look it up. It's awesome.
Jackie, yours is going to be 8, 7, 6, and 5.
Okay. All right, in no particular order, but we're starting with our Rock of Virtue rock band. Their song is Keeper of Secrets. So that one's a Jafar card from set 1, Keeper of Secrets. And then moving into my hottest couture poppy girl band, we have 3 songs here. We have Frenemy, Flynn Rider, obviously. So best friend, frenemy, girls being girls, mean girls. We have You'll Miss Her When She's Gone. So getting a little sassy here. So this one's from Golden Harp from set 4. And
I thought that was Anna Kendrick.
right? That's what I'm saying. It's a song. It's there. And then last on our Hottest Couture album is Angel with Horns. So that's a Gazelle card from set 6. So getting a little sassy, little devilish here,
Really fits the bands that you made, which is the best part.
I love that.
My number 6, this is what I pictured to be a Disney song, probably either in the Lion King kind of Mufasa in the cloud scene, or the Hercules when he's looking up at the stars. It is going to be Among the Stars, and it's actually the Mufasa card from set 779. And then in my head, my number 5 song, it sounds similar to The Joker by the Steve Miller Band. It's going to be The Matchmaker, which is the Matchmaker card from set 7, 123.
Right on. Yeah. I like that. All right. My next 2 are Hunk of Hardware. It's from it's a flavor text from John Silver, Alien Pirate from set 1. Complete text is don't be too put off by this hunk of hardware. I don't know, I think it's some kind of, maybe leaning into the Weird Al scope of things. It'd be like a parody song. I don't know. I honestly just thought it was a funny string of words. And then my next one is Walk Smarter, Not Harder. I like to liken that. It's a Donald Duck from Strutting His Stuff from set 1 flavor text. I think that's more akin to like Johnny Cash, like Walk Hard or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So for my number 6, this one I feel like could go either direction. Either a wedding song, like a father-daughter dance at a wedding, or tragically, even just like a funeral song. I could picture it going either way.
Vanishing song.
Intrigued.
Yeah.
This is Disney, ma'am.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Vanishing.
Bambi.
But the song is called "Dear Old Dad."
Okay.
Okay.
And then my number 5, this one kind of gives me the vibes of like You Got a Friend in Me but it's called Dependable Friend.
Okay.
Dependable Friend is from Bolt from set 7, number 18. And I forgot to say Dear Old Dad is from Pongo, set 7, number 29.
You could definitely see how that could either be a wedding song or a funeral song.
Yeah, by
Right?
title, you got to hear the tone of the music probably, but
Right,
but by
that's what-
title, it's like, yeah, I could picture that being the title of either one of those, I
Yeah.
guess.
Exactly. So I'm like, not to try and go dark or anything, but I mean, I don't know which direction it could go.
Yeah.
It's Legends of the Inkwell, not Lorcana After Dark.
Alrighty. So then, Mike, what's your number 6?
Well, my number 6, which Dakota and Jackie will appreciate because they know how important 6 is to me in Lorcana, is a song that would be sung by Stouthearted. It is Baboom.
Okay.
There is a story about this. Long story short, at a set champ in set 4, I accidentally ran 6 Baboom in a deck.
Oh.
And self-reported myself and tore 2 of the cards in half, and it cost me top 8.
Oh no.
It's
Good on
hard.
you for
Did they make you tear it in half?
No, I offered because we had like 50 Babooms. It was one of those, I didn't want to accidentally sleeve them back in by chance.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Sure.
I'm ripping these apart. Please throw them out. I don't want them to ever appear in my deck again.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I was about to be 2-0 against aggro and just be able to draw in. But hey, that's the way cookie crumbles sometimes. Number 5 will also be...
Back of his jersey is now Baboom 6.
Yeah. we made a parody jersey for me. One is my last name, one is Baboom 6. I love it.
I admire your honesty though and integrity to the game. Like we had a guy locally do that too in the top 8 of the last set championship where he realized he left half of his deck aside while playing in his top 8 game. It's like, oh, that's an automatic loss. I'm so sorry. You get to advance. And I was like, good for you, man. Like, you know, some people might just try to shuffle it in and, you know, play poorly, but that's great sportsmanship. So I just want to give you kudos for that.
It's a Disney card game. Like, I'm not there to cheat at things. I don't like cheating, period, anyway. So
yeah,
I'm
for sure.
Report myself. Like, it was one of those, I drew the 5th Baboom and the guy asked, what, did you get another Baboom? Like, I did. And I just stood up and reported myself because, like, one, he caught me, but 2, it's wrong. It wouldn't be fair to him.
For sure.
Number 5 along the same route for Stouthearted would be Legacy's Canon. So it would be part of an album that would go Legacy's Canon, then Baboom.
Okay.
I like it. Now we're numbering the albums in order too. This is just another layer.
You said it's a competition. I'm going for this extra credit now.
All right. So we got all but my final 2.
Yes.
Are you able to hear me? Okay, good. Okay. So I was like, my mic. So we have a 70s folk song, and that is The Kinship with Honey. Known as the Honey Wizard. You know him, you love him. And it's a kinship with honey. And it's gonna be great. People are gonna love it. And then we have a you know, we're thinking Ronnie and the Ronettes kind of thing of couldn't pay the price. And that couldn't pay the price is off of Cursed Merfolk. It is on the flavor text. I got a little creative there. And couldn't pay the price is, you know, it's kind of like a pet shop sounds kind of, you know, we're getting it. We also have Not So Small Anymore. That one, I don't know. Maybe folk. Who knows? Not So Small Anymore, though. That is off of Piglet, Sturdy Swordsman. Someone already said that. I feel like we've had Little Guy. I feel like we've rhymed with it. Okay, good. I'm starting to like forget all the cards in the game. And then my second to last one before the last 2 ones is where we got, you know, Cheeseburger in Paradise. What about Back from Bermuda? And that is Merlin, Back from Bermuda. And it is a beachy song for people just having margaritas on the beach.
I like it. Seeing people cosplay as it at DLCs.
Exactly.
It's the best.
Yeah. David Nunes? Yeah, I think he cosplayed as him.
Always good.
There was a guy in Seattle who did it. I went to one of the vendors to find a foil Merlin for him to sign. And by the time I found one. And then when I went up to meet him, he's like, oh, I have a whole stack of them here for you. I would have just signed for you. I'm like, oh, right. So I put in the extra effort to meet you with this card. You're going to sign this one, sir. It was a good time.
DLCs are so much fun.
They are. I can't wait for the next round.
Any day now.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Get Nancy.
I feel like the
Uh,
Lorcana community is like TikTok following around Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Mike, you're 4 and 3.
So my number 4 will be. We're now going back to Beyond All Reason, the emo band.
Okay.
All right. My number 4 is Eye of Fates. Eye of the Fates. It sounds like a really good emo song.
Sure.
And then my number 3 is Marvelous Trap, which is Radigan's Marvelous Trap from set 2.
Definitely sound very emo songs.
I'm nervous all my emo songs are going to get taken.
I know, you're gonna survive the snake.
Okay. All right. So my number 4, I went with good old country song, "Warden of the Woods."
Ooh.
That is
Yep.
a Prince Philip from set 4, card number 88. And Brad and Katie, just so you know, I am a diehard Pirates fan
Uh-oh.
and have been since they came out in England. Like ever since Pirates was a thing,
Yeah.
they're my favorite. They got a special place in my heart. So it is only fitting that I went with a song for a sea shanty called "Of the Jolly," as in of
Okay.
the Jolly Roger.
I like it.
This is from
Good.
OG Captain Hook from set 1, card number 173.
It's really fitting for you.
You know, I could not do this without an ode to my pirates.
All right. My next one is from Merlin's self-appointed mentor from set 1, a Sapphire card. Medieval Muddle from his flavor text. I believe that's where that is. I picture that being some kind of I don't know. I'm hearing banjos in my head when I hear that. Some kind of dance song, maybe like at a I don't know. It's some kind of event, like Cotton Eye Joe, but the Medieval Muddle.
Evil Muddle.
Yeah. Let me see actually what that actual flavor text is.
Not to
It
be
says,
confused with
"What
the
a
Monster
mess."
Mash.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. What a mess. What a medieval muddle. We'll have to modernize it. So that is my number 4. Number 3. And these again, like Jackie, they're not really in 1 to 10 order. I'm just going down the list. So I don't know that these next 3 are really the show stoppers, so to say. But my next one is also from a Chernobog's followers that Katie mentioned earlier. I have "Let Chaos Reign." And I imagine that being some kind of screaming rock song, just coming at you real hard with heavy metal. Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely picture that.
I've been a sigh of relief. My rock song has made it. Well, what I think most people would call a rock song. I'm going to change it up a bit, but I'm just so happy that it made it this long. So my number 4. Before I get to that one, this one is very much a Disney song to me. I think it would fit with something like Woody, or it probably could have just been in Zootopia. But "Proud of That Badge" seems like a good song. Like it's kind of like a happy, sad song in a way. That's what I'm kind of feeling there. And then my number 3, I'm picturing Halloween, Michael Jackson, "Creature of the Night," which comes from the Chernobog from set 7. The "Proud of That Badge" comes from "Good Job" from set 6, card number 27. So those are my 4 and my 3.
Very good.
All right, good ones. Yeah.
Good.
All right, so I'm going 1 through 4 now, I think.
Yep.
All right, so starting with my funky spelunker, my yacht rock band. They have "Gentle Soul," so that's Chip the Teacup. Set 2, "Gentle Soul," so just like easy going, happy go lucky. Their next song is Everybody Gets to Shine. So that's the flavor text from This Is My Family. It turns out that is part of a song. But this is the title of a song now. I was trying to avoid songs, but apparently I missed that one. But it's fine. So that's my yacht rock ones. And then my top emo band, My Darkness Calls. We're not using Tragic Hero as much as I would like to. Someone took that. So we're going to go with Genuinely Inauthentic. So that's from Aladdin set 1. It's the flavor text is fabulously wealthy, practically untouchable, genuinely inauthentic, but like sad and depressing.
Like sad and depressing.
And then my other emo song is Miserable as Usual. So, and that's Corella DeVille, set 1. So,
Almost picked that one. I thought it might be a little too relatable for some people.
yeah,
All right, my top 2 songs. My number 2 is going to be a Jimmy Buffett song. It's Laid Back. It is Kronk from set 7, card 63. Get kind of the island vibes from it. And then my number 1, which I'm not sure it's my number 1, but I put it as number 1 at one point in time. Now I'm rethinking a lot of these. Is going to be an EDM song. It's Party Crasher, which is the Radigan card from set 5, number 123. And I definitely did not do any cards from 1 through 4.
Yeah, I was going through cards. I was going through so many cards trying to pick these out. And I was like, and then I got to a point I'm like, I need to check out set 2. I haven't looked at any of those yet. I just
went in whatever Dreamborn had.
Yeah.
Just going in order.
Kept scrolling. All right, my final 2. I have from set 3, Rafiki Mystical Fighter. His flavor text is Mind the Stick. And I'm imagining that being some kind of, I guess that's probably some kind of Disney song, some kind of kid song, or, that, I don't know. I thought it was funny, but I didn't have like a genre in mind when I picked it. I'm trying to apply it now. And
is it a cautionary tale of you got to mind the stick?
Yeah.
It feels a little threatening, but
a little bit, yeah. But I have nothing else, so that I'm not changing it. So my last one is from set 2, and I had to do some wordplay with it as well. It is from a Minnie Mouse card where she is on the scooter, zipping around is the subtitle. Her flavor text, well, I'll tell you the song title. It is Zero to Fun, parentheses, in under 3 seconds, because that's the full flavor text. And I imagine the Zero to Fun being like a pop song, like Walk the Moon's, like Shut Up and Dance, or some kind of upbeat song that you just want to dance to. Zero to Fun get you real excited in the club, or just having a good time dancing around the house.
Love it.
Yep.
Good.
That's it.
I wonder how many of the listeners like hear the song title and then like picture a song in their head, and then we describe it and it's not what they hear. And they're like, "Oh, you totally should have done this instead."
I am very happy that my number 1 has survived. I was a little nervous that it wouldn't. But my number 2, so we mentioned Funky Spelunker as a band name. I chose it as a EDM song name.
Ooh.
I feel like that would be something that would be really fun to just get down and dance with and vibe with. And that is from that Minnie Mouse set 3, card number 183. But my number 1, which I love, is a banger that's a villain theme that just goes hard, called Perfectly Wretched.
All right.
Ooh.
And this one is from Corella DeVille from set 2, card number 145.
It reminds me of like a like a ballad or something on like a stage play, like Wicked, like Perfectly Wretched. Like I don't know. It's got a aura to it that
Right.
screams. Like I do like that one a lot. Very good.
Picturing
that.
Descendants.
Yes.
That was another thing that kind of came to my mind with it. It was like it has that vibe.
Very good.
All right. What is your number 1 and your number 2?
I'm so happy these survived. I thought these would have been taken way ahead in the beginning of everything. All right, so we're going to talk about Stout Hearted a bit more. They got 2 songs they got to sing.
Billy Mays here, but wait, there's more.
Oh, there's way more. Number 2, my number 2 pick would be Heroic Outlaw, the Aladdin card from set 1. That beautiful ruby amethyst card that we have not seen since set 1. God, I loved it. And then number 1 would be Hero to All. Maui set 1 also.
Ooh.
Do you like those? Yeah.
Yeah,
Heroic
those are
Outlaw
both
is
good.
one of the ones where I would be like, kind of like it as a band name too. Heroic Outlaw. I'm going to see Heroic Outlaw tonight.
It was one of the backup band names, and honestly, it probably would have been a bit better of a band name than Accomplished Mystic, if more I think about it. But I'll roll with it.
I like them both.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, so this is my final 2. So this is where I got a little weird. I saved the weird ones for last,
We like weird.
So this is kind of like a maybe like a 4-person a cappella, kind of like 50s kind of song. And it's going to be called Used to Be a Collie, in parentheses, before he got hit, ran over. It's from the Snitchy Dog. So, you're thinking he used to be a collie before he got ran over. It's something like that. Very Elvisy. It's going to work. Then the last one is another kind of folky ballad. I was very millennial in the band names, but now I'm feeling very folky. And the last one is a ballad, and it's called The Legend of Two Drop Bucky. So it is. So people will sing about the legend of Two Drop Bucky, and it's gonna probably make a lot of people cry. People didn't get to see it; they can only hear about it in song.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I think we need Bucky back right now.
Bring it back! No, we can't. Mice are ruining the game. The rodents.
Yeah.
I honest to God think we need the return of the Buck.
Well, to be fair, to be fair to Bucky, they did bring him back with a new card this set. Just not what you wanted from him.
It's so weird to see Bucky in purple. Purple is not his color.
No.
But you know what makes Bucky work? Alice on turn 3 and Bucky on turn 4.
Yo.
Gross.
Well, what we're really waiting for is a Floodborn Bucky, just to bring back all his abilities that he lost.
what we're going to call a time traveler Bucky? It's going to be part of Fabled. Go back to the pre-errata state.
Get on it, Ravensburger.
Next time we do this, we should require everybody to sing, though.
You don't want that.
Really...
You got like 2 seconds out of me, and that was enough. We want people to come listen, not scare them away.
I distill the vision, so I apologize to listeners who weren't ready for that.
I don't even remember what I sang. What was it? Oh, it was Gaston. Oh, yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
We will clip it and make sure that it's on our Instagram.
No.
Tag you every day.
Every day.
Every morning, first thing.
So now that we've made it to the end, listeners, go ahead and check out our Instagram and vote on who you think had the best list. We will make some very fun collage of some sort. But before we finish here, I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to kind of talk about themselves, where everybody can find you. Katie, specifically, I want you to talk a little bit about the ICL and promote that. So, Katie, why don't you go first?
Well, so my number one bread and butter is going to be the Lore Keepers Inn. That is my YouTube channel. So, I do all sorts of stuff there. We do fun things, serious things, interviews, whatever I feel like. That's what's happened at the Lore Keepers Inn, whoever is stopping by. And then, I also am a host, or I will cast on the Lumineers Champion League, or ICL. And so that is a very fun program that is on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and we bring teams from all over the United States. We currently have 20 teams participating in the middle of round 2, which just kicked off last night. And set 7, we're cooking. We're cooking with fire. We saw the Ink Geyser fire off 3 times. It was painful to watch, painful to experience. So yeah, definitely watch the ICL. It is very fun, very cool. We've got players that are a small team, but then we also got we got Edmund Chu, we got our Maelstrom. It's all of it, and it's very fun because sometimes you see David and Goliath, and sometimes you see Goliath versus Goliath, David versus David, all of it. So make sure to tune in.
I know at least one more team that is very interested in being.
I know.
In that.
We're excited for season 2 because season 1 it was like, oh, what's this? And now it's like, well, I want to play.
Yeah,
We'll go around the block. We'll get you next.
Yeah. That'd be great. And me, I'm Brad. I'm part of a great team at Rules of Villainy on all the socials. We have a weekly podcast. We're actually recording again tomorrow night, talking about Arcasia's Island for the first time. I can't wait after this opening weekend. I want to give a shout out to Katie. I tell everybody about her sealed event and videos. She put a lot of work into those over on her channel. Fantastic stuff over there. But yeah, at Rules of Villainy weekly podcast. Would love to have you check us out.
And we want to thank both of you for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you, and we hope to have you back again soon.
Would love to come back.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Less singing, maybe, but yes.
More singing.
More singing. No stop.
Always.
A musical episode. Very special.
You can't talk if you don't sing. Love it. We're doing that for sure.
Broadway edition.
Casting competition. You must sing the entire time you're casting.
Oh no!
Extra credit if it's a Lin-Manuel Miranda special style.
Mike and Jess, are you guys streaming anytime soon? Playing in any leagues, tournaments, things like that? I know Love to Lore. Jess, you were going to sign up for one of their tournaments coming up. Do we know when that is? When the next one is?
So they do those, I think, like every 2 weeks or on a monthly basis, something like that. I was gonna do the last one, didn't get to do it at the last minute. But I'm gonna try and do the next one. And so if I can participate in that one, I will stream that one from the Legend of the Inkwell. You'll be able to find it on Twitch. We stream just about every Monday at our local league, gaming company, on our Lorcana league nights, or I guess what used to be league, so to say. And
I'll probably be doing Brewers Bash, and not this weekend, but the following weekend. The next one will be Brewers Bash Part 3, which is a singleton format, which as a Magic Commander player, I am all for. But besides that, I need to actually get on a schedule of like streaming every Tuesday or Thursday or something for Legends of the Inkwell. It's just every time I try to, I end up sorting more cards to try and clear off our dinner table.
Problems of a TCG player.
Problems of I buy cards for 4 games now. It is a problem. Send help.
Can't. One is enough for me. I can't do more.
Yeah. I'm in trouble come July when the Gundam TCG comes out.
I thought you were going to say Final Fantasy, and I was like, nope. I thought about it. Can't invest. Lorcana is enough.
I can't. I will be broke if I try to buy any of that. I can't.
Nope. Can't do it.
Jackie, any announcements from your side?
Nothing crazy going on over here.
All right. Working on our next set for lore for our next episode. We'll get that out soon. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining, and we will see you guys next week.
And remember, it's a great day to have a great day.